reception is clear because Wi-Fi was acting up. So I hope you can see this. But welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole. Um, just taking a walk on the trail right now. And those of you who have been following my challenge, I am on day 11. Oh God, is this day 11 or 12? Oh, I don't know. Now I'm confused. I forgot. Anyway, it's either day 11 or 12. I just posted yesterday, but I'm having brain fog right now. So whatever yesterday was, it's the day after that. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I literally can't remember. Anyway, so it's been going well, you know. The challenge, if you want to just go to my challenge playlist and look at the very first video I posted that says Nicole's 21 Soft, that will give you the introduction to what the challenge is. But just in a nutshell, I might forget some things, but some of the criteria is making sure you get 8 to 10,000 steps every single day, working out with weights 3 times a week at least. What else? Reading 5 pages of a nonfiction book. At first I said you could read any book, but then I changed my mind to be a nonfiction, preferably. And going to bed, going to bed, how do you say it? Don't eat 3 hours before going to bed. So if you go to bed at 12 a.m., don't eat after 9. You get it? If you go to bed at 11, don't eat after 8. And what else? Don't eat any junk food, caffeine. I forgot. Anyway, that's most of the criteria. But if you want to know exactly, you can screenshot it on the very first video I posted on this. Just go to the challenge playlist. 21 days. It's a modified version of 75 hard. So just to kind of teach structure and commitment and, you know, following something and sticking to it, right? Most of those things I do, but then there's some things like the working out part. My goal is to do 3 times a week, but there's some weeks where I'm lazy, one day or 2 days. So the structure is just making sure I do 3 times a week, you know? And that's suitable for me to stick to. If I said, oh, I'm gonna do 5 days a week, that I wouldn't stick to that. That's just way too much. Hello, whoever's on here. Why are you putting a laughing emoji? Thank you for the hearts. But why are you laughing? I didn't even say anything funny. My hands are freezing. So anyway, I'm just taking a little stroll. I can't walk long because I'm hungry and I need to get back home so I can eat my lunch. What time is it? So I'm gonna walk one more minute and then turn around and walk. So this walk is only gonna be 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna walk some more later. I'll break it up, you know. Probably do some on my walking pad. Heather said, oh, sorry, I thought it was a smiling emoji. Oh, you thought you were, I was like, why are you laughing at me? I didn't even say nothing. Wealth Basic said, hello, ma'am. Hello, back to you. And don't be calling me a ma'am. That makes me feel old. Nah, I say that even to young people. It's just like a term of endearment. Thank you, ma'am. I say that to some of the students I teach. So I can't really say that it makes me feel old because I say that all the time to people, no matter what age they are. How's everybody doing on this fine, clear, cold, crisp afternoon? It's very crisp on this trail. Like, it feels very crisp, but it's cold and my hands are freezing because I have to hold the phone. Happy Friday to you. Is it really happy? No. I don't know. I don't feel happy, but I'm gonna, you know, being on live makes me happy. I'll put it that way. Creating content makes me happy. You know, being on camera makes me happy. And that sure would be nice if I could book an acting gig because it's been 4 months since I've been on set. And I've had lots of auditions in between and I have not booked them. So I just really want to book something. It's really starting to discourage me. Anywho, how are you guys today? Oh, you're a teacher? doing my third year in education. I'm not a teacher, not like a full-time teacher. I'm an actor, so I supplement my income by substitute teaching, which isn't very stable right now. So I need to find something else. But yeah, I sub-teach. So I'm at different schools every day, different grades. So I'm not a full-time teacher. Don't have a desire to be. I don't even have a desire to be a sub. It just works for me for my acting and stuff. But actually, it's not really working for me at this moment because it's very unstable. I work for 3 companies and I didn't get a job today. That's crazy. 3 companies. Not one teacher called out. Are you serious? Actually, there was one job, but it was at a high school and I don't do high school. So, but still, one job out of 3 companies that have several schools each. What kind of mess is that? Yes, thank you for telling me. I know Jesus loves me. I love him too. Although I'm a little upset with Jesus right now. Just keeping it real. Hi, by the way, Dank the tank. Ooh, I gotta turn back around. I'm tripping on the schedule. And the schedule is my hunger. I'm hungry. I gotta get back home so I can fix my lunch. So I'm gonna have a cooked meal for lunch, and then my dinner will be raw. I'm feeling some chickpeas, some brown rice, and hummus right now. Or maybe some bitchin' sauce instead of the hummus. And then my dinner, I'm gonna have a protein smoothie. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then my snack will be probably some fruit. Then I like to wait a little bit, and then I'll eat some nuts, cashews today. Or almonds actually. I think I ran out of cashews. High school learners are a bit irritating. Irritating isn't the word for me. It would be more like disrespectful, the attitudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, that got me twisted. But then again, it's like, I dealt with that yesterday with 6th graders. So honestly, it could be any grade. No, actually, starting at, let's see, maybe 5th grade is when they get into a disrespectful state, I say. The kindergartners, the TK, 1st and 2nd, sometimes 3rd, they're not at the disrespectful stage. They're just a handful, I'll say it like that, and a lot of tattling. But they're not disrespectful. But once they get to the 4th, 5th grade, that's when I start having the attitudes, the talking back, the just being disrespectful, and just, oh my God, yesterday, they had me wanting to shoot myself. Like, just to take the pain away mentally. Oh my God, they were horrible. 6th grade class. I was like, man, I don't want to ever go back to that class again. I just don't understand. I'm like, you guys, I was never like this when I was your age. I was always respectful to the guest teachers. Where am I from? I'm from the Bay Area in California, Northern California. In the Bay Area, I'll say some people know Oakland and San Francisco. That's the Bay Area. So I'll say I'm from there, although I live 20 minutes from Oakland, about 45 minutes from San Francisco. Yeah. I've been out in the Bay Area all my life, except for 3 years I lived in LA because I was pursuing my acting out there. And then I lived in Atlanta for 35 days. That's a long story, man. Before I was married, I made the biggest, dumbest mistake of my life. I fell in love with somebody. First he was living in LA and we were just friends. He moved to Atlanta and we were still friends, but then we started liking each other. Then somehow we became a couple. We fell in love and we were doing long distance, and somehow he talked me into moving out there, sold it to me. And I moved out there, lived with him and his dad and his dad's wife. And then he broke up with me 35 days after, saying he wasn't ready for a relationship. After I moved my behind all the way across the country, really. But then again, I can't really put the blame on him because I knew better. He was coming out of a marriage, and I should not have been getting involved with somebody who was just going through a divorce and stuff. Like, you don't do that. So anyway, lesson learned. But yeah, getting off topic. I've been in the Bay Area all my life except for those times. Before you were married? At that time, no. I was dating someone. I'm married now. I've been married for 7 years and almost 7.5 years. Back then, I wasn't married. I just fell in love with somebody and moved for them, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever done. First of all, I knew better than living with somebody before I was married. Even though, we were like living with his dad and stuff. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. That's my past. But yeah, I live in the Bay Area. Sorry about the noise. How's my reception Wi-Fi, guys? Because it was having some issues earlier. Is it okay? Is it like choppy looking, or how's it look? Can you put in the comments? Today is day 11 of Nicole's 21 Soft, in case you weren't here in the beginning. And I'm just getting, part of my criteria is getting 8 to 10,000 steps a day. So right now I am doing some of my walking because I'm going to have to break it up, do a little bit here and there throughout the day. Since I'm not working today, I'm not going to get as many steps naturally. So I have to make sure I go purposely to go on several walks today. Yes, 7.5 years, I am blessed. Yes, I am blessed to be married and still like my husband, and he still likes me, because not everybody can say that. Some people love each other in their marriages, but they can't stand each other. They don't like each other. There's a such thing. You can love the person but can't stand them and don't like them. Well, we're blessed to be able to love each other and like each other and still have a good relationship overall and a friendship within the marriage. It's very important, I believe. A lot of people base their relationships and marriages is like based on the physical, and they're infatuated with each other because of the physical. But we didn't go into our marriage like that. It was like really great friendship, and then it went into the marriage, and it really makes a difference. We enjoy each other's company. We like doing things together. We like to go to the park on a nice day and bring some food, eat at the park, look at the nature. We like, riding our bikes together. We like having movie nights, going to hear music. I always go see him perform. He's a singer. He comes to, I don't do a lot of plays. I do mostly like commercials and print ads and stuff. But if I do a play or a fashion show or something, he comes and supports. We like to do just simple things like going to the movies, and it's all good. Friendship is very important in a marriage. Let's see. What advice would you give someone who wants to get married in the near future? I would say that have a good, solid foundation friendship before you get married, and don't let it be based on physical, because if that physical ever changes, what are you going to stand on? You know what I'm saying? You're getting married because, I'm really, attracted to him sexually, and the sex is good and all that stuff. And then he's so fine, or she's so fine, but then you get married, something happens, and they don't look the same anymore. They gain weight, or something changes. And then what? You don't have nothing to stand on because you got married for those reasons. So have a really strong foundation in your friendship, and learn how to, just have a friendship and communication and everything. And, if things change in the marriage physically and all that, it's okay, because you didn't get married for that in the first place. You know what I mean? But I would also say, the friendship is really big. Okay. And then 2, communication. Um, really communicating and talking things out. Don't go to bed angry. You know, if you guys get upset with each other, don't let it linger. Talk through it, calm down for a minute, and then come back to it. Solve the problem, and then, you know, move on. Communication is very big. Friendship is very big. Finding someone that likes you guys could be different, but also have similar goals or interests make a difference as well. Let me take you shopping for some nice things and unisex perfumes. You can stay at my mansion. Okay. The way you talk about marriage sounds like a dream I never want to wake up from. Aw. And I don't want to come off as though my marriage is absolutely perfect, okay? So, but what I will say is there's balance, because every marriage is going to have some challenges, as we do, right? But the thing is that we overcome our challenges and we work together to get through those times. And again, that friendship that we have really is helpful in that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I had to turn my camera off because I'm close to my house and I don't ever know who's going to see this video. There might be some crazy folk that try to find where I live. So, sorry I had to turn off my camera. But, yeah, you know, nothing's perfect in a marriage, but it's just how you deal with it. And, we love each other. We get on each other's nerves sometimes. We irritate each other sometimes. But overall, I would say that we have a great marriage and we have a great relationship, great friendship, love each other a lot. And yeah, we even have a TikTok and an IG page. It's at Courtney and Nicole. His name is Codany and Nicole, me, Nicole. Follow us on there. We're on TikTok and Instagram. Well, this has been nice. Thanks for kicking it with me, guys. I am going to go home. I think I might go live again once I get in the house while I'm making my lunch. So check back again in a few moments. See if I'm, I'm going to get back on the live. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for walking with me. See you guys next time. God bless. Bye.